You are very welcome to this, the Bitcoin Tarot podcast for the 12th of January 2018, with me, Cosmic Conroy. Although the card for last week was the moon, a good card reader knows that the moon indicates a confusing and uncertain time, full of worry. And sure enough, Bitcoin either is or isn't illegal in Korea. Who can tell? It's confusing and uncertain and full of worry. The price has dropped about 10% on last week, and the bears are growling in the sidelines. But how are we to interpret the graphs and noise of Bitcoin? With my weekly card reading, of course. Our first card represents the past of Bitcoin, the previous 7 days, and it is Peace, the Two of Swords. A card that represents difficulty making a decision, a stalemate of sorts. Things are precarious and this has been a great time for making decisions. Our next card, representing the current moment of Bitcoin, is the Ten of Wands, oppression. The current moment is the completion of a cycle and the end of a struggle. It represents the burden of doing too much, of inner and outer forces opposing our will. But will our struggle with oppression soon be over? We turn now to our third card, representing the future of Bitcoin over the next 7 days. And that card is the Hanged Man. He reflects a need to suspend action and a coming period of indecision. He tells us that even if there is a sense of urgency, it can be better to slow down and avoid making hasty mistakes. He represents the feeling of hanging on in there, because suspension will always just be temporary. And so, on to our last card, an overall meta card that represents the state of the Bitcoin project in general. And that card is the Three of Swords. Sorrow. A card of fear and nightmares. It is sorrow itself, which is a force entirely within our minds that causes these fear and nightmares. And the future of Bitcoin next week, it may be upside down like the Hanged Man. It may fill us with sorrow, but we must not give in to the fear. This too will pass. And whatever this week brings, may the Bitcoin bless you.